Yo, welcome back to another trade recap. Today we're going to be going over the trade I took over on NQ this afternoon at about 1 p.m. You can see my executions, P&L, everything. I won this trade, made about $250, nothing crazy, but I sized about 8 micros. It was about a 17-point move, 20-point move, so nothing really crazy. So yeah, let's head on over to TradingView. We can see going into market open. Start out at the high time frame to see if we have any levels of liquidity that need to be swept. You can see right here, it looks like we have one, but it's not super clear. So we can go on over to the 1 hour, and then we see it's extremely clear that we have this high right here. Now, this was extremely important today for forming my bias because, as you can see, we've been in a super bullish trend. We have a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then another higher high that we formed today. So we ended up sweeping this level straight off of market open, and this formed my bearish bias. Another reason why I was extremely bearish was because you can see we have that high right there, and there's absolutely nothing until 20,045. See, it's just straight up, no pullbacks, nothing. So I did not see us taking out that, super high, well, not super high time frame, but that high time frame liquidity, and then continuing to go up to take this out. That I just really don't see that happening in a day. So I suspected the market to go down, and it did a lot, and we will get into it. So let me mark these out. All right, heading on over into market open. You can see straight off open, we just ripped up to take this out, which I knew we would do. This is the high time frame liquidity. So I was super bearish. Then we also ended up forming this fair value gap, right? Or this candle right here, which is 107 points. And in that candle, we formed a gap, also known as a fair value gap. So this is majority of my strategy, about 75% of my strategy complete. So I was getting ready. I saw this, I noticed this. I was getting ready for an entry about right here. Put a 30-point stop loss, risked about 8 micros. I just target these levels below. And yeah, so you can see this candle's closed, and we had a liquidity sweep because we're closing below this level right here. So this signaled that sellers are, pretty in control. And you can see that too here, just straight down. Now, I'm going to go over why I did not take this, and it's really unfortunate because this would have played out, would have got me about This setup would have got me about 65 points, sorry. So yeah, very unfortunate. Actually, sorry, no, more. It would have got me more. Would have got me 90 points, but whatever, who cares? I didn't take it. But the reason why is because I was in school and I was on my phone about to take this. I was watching this. We were about right here, and I was watching this play out. And as soon as we were about to inverse the gap, my phone froze and my Top Step X froze, and I just couldn't take it. And I waited. I was pissed, bro, because I knew this was gonna play out. And it loaded again, and we were already to like this point. So I was pretty pissed. I was getting a lot of FOMO, I can't lie. And I didn't revenge trade. I didn't take anything until I saw another setup. But yeah, it was really unfortunate because I would have made bank off that. But yeah, that's why I didn't take it. But that was a great setup. So continuing on, we kind of just continued to chop. See, so I did not take anything in this chop because there's nothing to take. Avoid. It looks like a barcode. Avoid any price action. It looks like a barcode. So only take clear moves like this. Like we came up, we just went right back down. Don't trade anything in this, price action unless it involves your strategy. But yeah, heading on down, we took out this. What is this? This Asia low from Sunday, from yesterday. So this was a decently strong level because it's an external level. So I was watching for a reversal off this, but we kept going lower, and had a pullback. Then we came down and swept these internals right here. And I was still watching for a reversal off of this. So we've also formed a 43-point candle right there. And we have a gap in between, so that's a valid fair value gap that I can take. And I would have taken it off this, but as you can see, when you have two fair value gaps stacking on top of each other, so we have one here and then one there, this is another point where the market can reverse. So it's not really smart to take an entry right here because, 10 points away, we have another fair value gap, which is, you're not, the risk to reward on that would not be good, and you're running a really high risk of the market reversing back on you, and it's just not smart to take those. So I did not take it off this inverse, so you can go and get rid of that. Continuing on, you can see we inverse the gap right here. I did not take it off of that candle, I don't think. Yeah, I did not take it off that candle because there just wasn't enough. There wasn't enough like impulse above the fair value gap, if you get what that means. So boom, I took it off this candle right here, and let's see here. We have this level of liquidity right there, and here. Then also we had this fair value gap right here. So you would have thought that I would just wait for price to hit this before I started trimming or taking profits, but we hit this fair value gap, and as you know, that can be treated as a level of liquidity because there's orders in there that need to be filled. So when price does that, there's always a chance it's going to reverse on you. So it's pretty smart to take some trims or take profits when we tap, fill a fair value gap, because there's always that risk. So I ended up taking about 5 out of my 8 contracts out right here and move my stop to break even. My trade only saw about like 20 points, something like that. Yeah, like 20 points, nothing crazy. But yeah, then I just got stopped at break even, and honestly, it wasn't too much profit, but I'm pretty happy with it because, like I said earlier, I missed out on that, which would have made me a lot more. But I just got to remind myself, things happen. You can't control everything that happens. There's going to be technical difficulties like there were today. It just happened at not an ideal time. But, I made it work. I controlled myself. I didn't try to revenge or take anything that was stupid, because if I would have gotten caught in this and I would have definitely lost money. Because do not ever trade anything that looks like this. There's no direction in the market. It doesn't know what it wants to do. So wait for direction like here, where we're coming down, we're trying to sweep or take out liquidity. Then you can wait for a reversal or however your strategy plays around it. So yeah, again, not too crazy of a profit today, but I'll take it. Green's green. Yeah, let me know if you guys have anything else you want to see down in the comments. Let me know if you guys have any tips. Just let me know how you guys are doing. Yeah, that's the trade review, and I'll see y'all tomorrow if I take a trade.